We're now just at the dock. The cruise up there. Big off there. Cool. What are we going on? What's it called?
Jewel of the Seas.
Jewel of the Seas. I can't see. Oh, there. Right over there. I see there's no umbrella.
Photo, Mum? Photo?
I'll get a photo.
Here we go. Right there. Jewel of the Seas. And I'm sort of boarding it now. And I'll get some video and probably going on it. So you pass through all the stuff. We just came into the cruise ship. We finally got our room. Dad dumped his stuff everywhere already. Got some TV. Christy and my fold-up bed. And Mum and Dad's bed. He had a porthole. You? Haven't taken off yet, so.
Haven't taken off.
We're gonna launch into fast speed.
Bathroom over there behind the mirror. And cupboards. Christy, who's waving.
Go film the bathroom.
Am I allowed to? Yes, okay. I thought it would be inappropriate to show on the internet. Oh, whatever you want to say. This is the bathroom. Not much, very big bathroom, but it's good enough. No shower curtains, which is good. Had shower curtains for the past 5 nights. Excited. Very excited. We're just gonna unpack now and go and explore the cruise ship. We'll get back to you then. I just thought I'd get some videos anyway. You know.
I remember we did, it was in 1988, I think, the World Expo was in...
We're having dessert now. Christy's playing around or something. And I'll do now for dessert. I'll back to you later.
To the original Michelangelo sculpture, David, one of the 3 I think she said, and some apartments, and it's the opera house. Doesn't look like our opera house.
Now we walk up here.
And we think it's one of the canal boats we're going on later on. So this is the Royal Palace, where the Queen. Yeah, where the Queen lives in winter. Summer they lived in Zealand or on the Royal Yacht. Which is beautiful. In her summer house or on the yacht, the Royal Yacht they said.
Of education, we cannot survive.
That's where Queen Mary and Crown Prince Frederick, I think it was, live.
And
then the Queen is in that one. And that one's for royal visitors.
They tend to gather in
I'm
certain
not sure who lives in this other one.
and they have something else. But so this, there with the old merchant houses here, they are from around 16th, 17th and 1800s. And today, the idea was that the merchant go and the trade comes straight.
Well, it's just students from the university running around being sleeves, graduated.
Then they go and visit all the students' parents first one and then the second one and the third one. So they go maybe to 20 places. Every place they get a little bit to eat and something to drink. And that's beautiful. But it's actually all these flowers are depicted in groups, are depicted all the countries as a member of European women. And next to this house.
Across the whole thing. Looks like a beautiful, beautiful town. I think there's a lot of room left over by the time I turn around. An amusement park or something over there.
Now they are using the building as a conference center, as a school, as offices and a lot of other things, because we still like the building itself very much. This is the fresh water, and we are going to be passing through the main part of all these 14 today. The country of Sweden has more or less the exact shape as the shape of California in the United States, and this capital actually means something. The name Stockholm means the island within the wall that was made from a wooden log, because stock in English that will be log, and holm is an older word for island, and that is how the name started to come up about 600-700 years ago, when we built ourselves a fort on the very first island, which we surrounded with a wall that was very naturally made by the Swedes from wood. We are still exporting a lot of wood to the rest of the world, and they just started to call it the island within the wall that was made from a wooden log. And if you translate that into Swedish, that will directly be Stockholm. The fort is still there. That is what we call the Royal Palace. We have 10 royal palaces in our city today. Now we have them around Stockholm and also in the city, and the main palace is located in the older town. And that is what you will see a little bit later on today. Blacksmith or the carpenter or similar. That is why it's so interesting to look at the current situation, because all these buildings that you are having on the left-hand side, they used to be rental apartments, but nowadays they are mostly co-ops that you can buy for a quite big amount of money. The current government that has been ruling the country, they have been selling most of the rental apartments out to the people in the building for a quite low amount of money. And then
okay, we're just about to go to City Hall in Sweden. We all have to stay together. Our guide waving a flag around. And there's a group of about 25 of us, I think. Apparently this is where the council actually sits, so we have to be good. Okay, this is the Blue Hall where the Nobel dinner is. And that's the staircase, apparently, where all their speeches and things are done. It's quite a nice ceiling. Apparently everyone knows this staircase because it's on TV, but I can't remember ever seeing it. Apparently the staircase is made so you don't trip up and live just on those tripped up.
It's been sideways though, not down.
Like I said, this is where all the dinners are. They have 1,300 people here, which seems like it would be a bit squishy. And then this is the Golden Hall, where everyone comes up to go dancing apparently.
the Blue Hall is
This is the Gold Hall.
And the reason why we call it the Golden Hall is because it's made from 18.5 small pieces of mosaic colored with gold with different colors. And all these pictures on the wall, they are taken from our history books. So it's actually to walk around in the Scandinavian history in here. So just to make sure that we have some friends a little bit here and there in the world, we have, for instance, the Statue of Liberty.
We've just left the main tour. Everyone's got to meet outside. They've got a little demonstration area where the table settings for the Nobel dinner is. I don't think I'm going to have to remember it.
You haven't had any changing of the guards because of a royal wedding that took place June the 19th. And the royal wedding between the Crown Princess and her gym instructor, Daniel, took place in the main church, the Dome, that you are about to visit a little bit later this afternoon. And
this is 1400 and something, I think 1460 or something she said. This is St. George and the Dragon. This is the original one apparently. Got copies of it everywhere. Kind of old. This is the church where 1976 they had a royal wedding here, and they had another one last week. So they don't have them very often. But apparently it was kind of right here. So people we don't know did something here. It's the changing of the guard ceremony. We weren't going to get to see it, but they stuck to go around or moved it around so we could just come and see it. It was a nice clear sky day, so they got to change the schedule.
the old town. All these cute little narrow streets.
Chocolate shop. It's been a couple of days.
They are nowadays more well known for choosing the award winner of the Nobel Prize in Literature. Every time when you are watching this press conference in December, no, in October actually, when they are coming out to tell you that the winner this year is da 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 da, it's always taking place up there. Those letters, it's easy to believe that they've been there since the 1770s when they built the building, but that is not have an apartment on the street, and the government would like them to keep it, because when bad things are happening in the world, like we spoke a little bit about earlier, terror attacks or things like that, then at least one priest should be very close to the church and opening up it and greet people in it.
Okay, that's the Vasa. It sunk on its maiden voyage in 1600 and something, and it's pretty much perfectly preserved. Apparently it fell into some mud or something that didn't cause things to deteriorate.
I'm guessing it was carrying such heavy stuff they just
Apparently it's the oldest, most well-preserved boat ever.
This is the miniature version of the boat. Behind you can still see the boat. This is what it should have looked like. And at the front, and the back, all the cannons outside. Apparently it tipped. It fell just about 18 minutes after it set sail.
You can wrap compare stuff. Oh, there's cannon.
See that?
There's cannon. I never seen any
Back of the ship. What it should have looked like.
It definitely wasn't a cruise ship like we're going on.
No, not a cruise ship.
Not quite as big as that one.
Quite as, you know.
There's windjammers on that one.
Not the conditions.
Look at how small the decks are. You've got to...
Just arriving into Helsinki in Finland. Reversing into the dock. Having some breakfast.
Among the Slavics, Russian-speaking Slavics, that language developed, split into different languages, people started wandering around, and that's why, for example, Hungarian is still relative with Finnish, part of the same language group. It's so far away I don't understand one word, but the sound is exactly the same. Also Estonian and the Lappi-Sami dialects belong to this language group. Finnish is considered one of the most difficult languages in the world. The grammar is very different. We don't, for example, use the prepositions when we want.
This is the Santa's summer cottage tour thing. Keep going over. What a nice lake. There's a whole lot of sort of summer homes, little cabins and things here. It's a nice place to go camping. I think it'll probably suck in winter. But it's quite nice now.
I know he loves to fish. So he started to fish here, and while he was fishing, we went up to that small hill and founded the cottage. Oh, you're so fast! It's really that beauty. And the whole cottage. You're good.
Maybe you tell a good word to Santa about these people.
Santa, I definitely will tell about this to him. Yes, and I think you will get some Christmas presents because you haven't. Well, it would have taken ages if I would try to fill this alone. So I'm so happy that you are here. Oh, and I almost forgot to tell you that because, well, when we first came to this place, there wasn't no hotel, as I told you. But then Santa, well, then there Well, nowadays there is hotel and cottages and everything else. And somebody in a wood sauna.
This is the wood smoke sauna.
But then I have to show you. Oh, please careful. There might come some smoke out. Oh.
Smell it.
Can you smell it? It's quite strong smell, but I like. It's really because one girl once asked me, "Is somebody barbecuing here?" But I said, "No, it's just a sauna." But it happens that sometimes people put some sausages or pigs, well, up on the stones and grill also when they're bathing in sauna. About the history of this place, because in really old days people used to have saunas, well, at the same cottage as their real, well, living part was. But, well, Santa, he likes to keep it separated because sometimes it happened that the sauna started to burn. So it's...
This is inside the sauna. I guess it's a bit kind of hard to see anything really. A bit hard to focus on anything, but it's all very, very smoky.
Laitaanko mä oven kiinni?
Now we're going up to Santa's summer cottage.
We call it pulla. It's a Finnish traditional, how do you say it?
Maybe coffee break.
Yeah, coffee break.
Sweet things.
Hej, tror jag barn.
Really delicious. And also some
And
coffee.
there's coffee and tea and juice for kids.
Wow, what do you
Perfect.
say?
So maybe if he's there, he might be sleeping. So we have to knock the door quite heavily. Let's do it. Could you help me? Oh, yes. I think he might be there. Let's take a look. Could you hear it? Oh yes. So. Oh, it is. Oh, hello, Santa. Oh, well, just step in, and be careful for the step. Oh, step in. He wasn't sleeping at all. Oh, perfect. Just step in.
Where do you come from?
Welcome.
Australia? Canada? Canada. Hello. What's your name? Christy. Nice. Have you been a good girl? Good. And your name is? Anna. And you have been a good girl too, I suppose. Yeah. Is this your sister? Yeah. And your name is? Alyssa. Come, all of you here. Make a group picture with all of you. You're bigger, you come behind. Yeah. But we take many pictures, you see. Okay. So how did you find me? Did they sell a tour to me? Yeah. Great.
Okay, nice.
You know.
Well.
And number 3 is?
Rest again.
And number 4?
Eat well again.
And number 5?
Go back to rule number 1.
This is just like life on a luxury cruise liner.
It's like eat, go sleep, eat, go
Yeah.
sleep, eat, go sleep, eat, go sleep.
So what are you doing when you are on the cruiser?
Pretty much go to kids club.
Kids club, eat, kids club, eat, sleep, kids club, eat. Nice.
More like wake up, go, come and see Santa, go back, go to kids club, go and have a snack, and then go back to have dinner, then go back to kids club, and then go to sleep, then wake up the next morning, go back up the bar and do everything again.
Okay. You know what this is? This is a so-called elfometer. When you can just walk straight under this, you are admitted to come to the elf school, and then you can start your training, elf training. It takes only 99 years. 99 years.
Yeah, I still have to go to school after 6 weeks.
And
Well,
how
that's
many
6
years
weeks.
will your school take?
Only 4.
12 years, yes.
12 years, something.
3.
Oh, it depends a little bit how you count.
Wait.
Yeah.
5, 40 years old.
But elf school is 99 years, and then there's all how to, a little bit how to make tools, but how to go and look at the children if they are good and if they eat their morning meal.
But it's also
99 years. How old are you, for example?
I'm 160. Yes, but I'm quite a young elf, and I just finished my elf school because it's really short time. It takes just 99 years to study all the things, and then you can start to be a real elf and live behind the windows.
To build the church in honor of, two great men, because it's the same day, 30th of May. This one, straight ahead of the car, is the city's council. So this is the seat of the mayor of St. Petersburg, and the mayor of the city is a woman. Her name is Valentina Matvienko, and so we can feel the female more. Have a look on your right. This is a beautiful church of the resurrection of Christ. It dates back to the beginning of the 20th century. It is in Russian national style, Russian traditional style. And can you see one of the bell towers looks like a bottle of wine, as it was created by the community of teetotalers. And the people used to come here and pray for their alcohol-addicted relatives.
St. Petersburg tour. We're still. We haven't got to our first stop yet. And as you can see, the kids are both asleep. There's one, and there's the other one. Look at the smoke. Yeah, his wife. We're still awake. But it was a very early morning. We had to get off the boat at 7. So, and we're now sort of more out in the countryside. We had about a 30-kilometre road. So there was the long avenue thing they talked about. I think I had it on the video that was on there before. And there's a picture of Peter the Great's wife. He was passing us postcards so we can see pictures.
Well, my dear friends, so the palace which we are going to see is named...
We don't have any money. Just turned up at Alexander's Palace. They ask you what country you're from so they can play your music. Good. This is Alexander's Palace. We're just going in now. I think we have a tour here. Just past Pushkin's little park. The model of Pushkin over there. Didn't really see him very well before. There he is somewhere. Apparently during the war the Nazis used that statue as a target, so there's about 250 holes in there and they had to restore it all. This was on the western side of the front line. The front line was just outside of St. Petersburg. And it was 900 days, the siege, but they never actually got into St. Petersburg.
They are joined together with the
This is the church of the palace. We're still just where we were filming a second ago. But there's lots to see. So it's quite a nice area. Lots to film here. I'll try not to bore people with too much. All the buildings, we just moved on another 20 feet and I got the camera out again. These are all blue buildings. There was an Italian guy that designed all this. He wanted to have some blue to show people because I don't normally see it here, but he obviously didn't come here on a day like today. But perfect weather for this trip. Hasn't rained once.
This is of German origin.
Okay, I don't think I filmed this already. I pressed the wrong button. This is Catherine's palace. It's quite huge.
Of Romanov dynasty, you know. They were Romanovs, so they had last name Romanovs, who, you know, ruled in Russia from.
Oh! It's hard to film when you're walking, it keeps bouncing up and down. I don't know what happened here. Every time I start recording, it's not recording, and vice versa. There's the palace. We've just entered the palace. We all have to wear little booties in our shoes to protect the floors. Here's some of the plaster work. This is what's on the roof.
There were two Russian Tsars, Alexander, the Tsar and Tsarina, Alexander is dedicated to Alexander. When he chose two main colors, scarlet, red, and white, the molded Stockholm molded, and originally.
This is one of the other palace halls. The amount of gold here is really quite frightening. Look at the roof.
Charming, and she spoke foreign languages. So all the ambassadors were stricken by her beauty and beaten by the beauty of this hall. So they would sign all the documents, and all of our political affairs were settled very easily in this palace. There are some pre-chambers. They are. Can you see some vases were vases? How do you like? They will survive. They survived. They have been preserved in St. Petersburg. Do you remember the huge cathedral, St. Francis? People felt that all the rights with all the items from the museums of St. Petersburg, if they would put them on the bench.
Okay, no idea where we are now, but yet another gold top stuff. Apparently this is the most fountained park in the world or something. So the people lining up to get in. Where are we? Ederhof. Okay. And all the fountains here, which I'll probably show you when we get in there, are all fed for about 20 kilometres away. They have a pipe, so there's no pumps used for all of the fountains. Things look very gold. The last palace around, all the windows used to be gold as well, and they come and took it all away and put all the gold in a bank and painted them more yellow instead. So I guess it's a bit cheaper that way. That's their coat of arms building. And here's some of the fountains. There's a few people around. Everything's gold. Okay. We're now down the bottom of the fountain area. We were just standing up there before. So the Gulf of Finland. And over there, I don't know if you can see it, somewhere, I can't see on the screen, there we go, is the nuclear power station that covers all the power for all around here. And that's a hydrofoil, heading off from here into St. Petersburg. Apparently it's only about a 40-minute trip.
Okay, they are hydrofoils, little nice boat.
Can we go down there, Daddy?
No.
Come on.
They
I think that's our boat over there.
To accept bigger ships,
But it's a long way away.
Okay, so
all the girls are nagging about if you wanted to go down and climb on the rocks.
Can't go to the camera.
This is one of the little fountain things you can play in. Hang on, wait, go.
Well done.
Go move.
Wave your hand.
Okay, it's day 2 in Russia. This is the view from our room with our porthole. And that's the immigration building thingy down there. So there's already people walking around, so the some tours must already have started. We're going to meet our driver at about 9:30. We've only got a short day today. I think we get back about 3:30 or 4 o'clock, something around that. Okay, we're out on day 2. Now there's Oksana and wife and kids are over there somewhere. These things came from Egypt about 200 years ago from about 2000 BC, according to our guide. They brought them here as a gift from Egypt people. There's one there, and there's another one there. So again, we've got perfect weather today. Everyone keeps raving on about how nice the weather is, so I think that's pretty rare. I don't know where the writing is on the side. Obviously can't read hieroglyphs, but it's interesting. They look like they're in quite good condition actually, for being that old. Okay, we're now at the old harbour of St. Petersburg. I don't think it's used as a normal working harbour anymore. These are the two lighthouses. Apparently it's a Roman style stick fronts of boats and lighthouses. I've never seen it before. So there you go. They even have boobies. There's Amy. And there's another one down there. And in there, that's the old Stock Exchange building. It's now a museum, maritime museum. And there's Neptune sitting on top. And that over there used to be a warehouse. It's now a natural history museum. And inside they have a 40,000-year-old stuffed mammoth, which would be quite nice to see, but we're not going in there. Instead we get to look at bridges and water and lighthouses. Still at the harbour, just looking around at different things. There's these little golden roof things. They have lots of golden roof things, big domes and spires and things. And a lot of the buildings are just like this, with just big, high density. These are obviously all normal, like government buildings, I think, palaces. But back where we came from, which is sort of that direction, but you can't see it now, there was just massive high density residential blocks, just block after block after block. Okay, back at the harbour, which is where we were before. We lost Christy for 5 minutes and we all had to enter a bit of a panic. So I think this is the last thing I showed you before before we got here. So this is now one of the, that was the big golden spire, I think. We're now in Peter and Paul's Island, which was a fortress and a prison. A little bit.
In Catholic style, while you know that the religion is Orthodox. So
this is on Peter and Paul's Island. This is, I presume it's the Westminster Abbey kind of thing. Apparently Peter the Great's buried here, and these people really have something for Peter the Great. They keep going on about him. Anyway, it looks quite nice. Lots of gold things everywhere. Looks a bit nicer than Westminster, but Westminster's a bit older. Everything we've seen, even the whatever the first palace we saw, all of it was sort of remade because the Nazis came through and burnt it. Now the Nazis never got here, so this is probably original, but the Nazis burnt pretty much everything and wrecked everything here. Okay, on the walls there's banners from European countries and armies when they fought them. On the roof we've got lots of little angels and things. That's apparently the Palm Sunday. So they've got bits of Catholic, bits of
ice palace.
Yeah.
So it was her idea to create a palace made of ice, and she persuaded two old people to spend the night in such a palace.
It's Jesus dressed up in Russian
mother was German and Alexander in the center, then Maria, Anastasia, and to the left there are a doctor, a cook, the doctor, the cook, and the maiden.
And they
who
cut them up into very
also
small
killed.
bits. So it's pretty hard to tell who's who.
Because they stayed with their holders, Why were they killed?
Okay, so we're leaving now. So this church thing had everyone from Peter the Great all the way through everyone and their wives, all the way to the last Tsar and his kids in that far corner. Now we've got the obligatory gift shop.
Inside the Hermitage Museum at the moment. Bit of a whirlwind tour. I had children's drawings in the other room we just came to, which I thought was pretty cute.
This is of the 1st century BC, a beautiful statue, and Atlants, for their
wish to be granted. My husband and I came here on our first date, and now
the horses here actually
Can you see this one was meant for a 12-year-old boy. You know, people were shorter at that time, and their life was shorter too. They lived.
Christy asked were the people stuffed.
See, maybe you can see so the air comes through the ceiling, which is covered with glass. It's like a window ceiling, and you can see no electricity is switched on here. Just the natural light that comes through the ceiling, and this is a huge collection of Italian art. Maybe girls, you won't be interested so much in the
Regional Leonardo to be sealed. Another one.
It's the significance of what? It's the significance of heaven, and the red stands for blood.
From very close up. I think it was St. Isaac's anyway. It's another, yet another church. With things on it. There's a Christy, and there's an Amy. Do a big roar. And Oksana is somewhere. She's probably over buying tickets for us. We just drove here, but we only came from just a couple hundred metres over there. These very, very big columns. In every room you go into, you've got to look at the roof. I know it's yet another cathedral, but they're quite nice. And our group. There's just tons of marble and paintings and things everywhere. Quite big. Apparently during the services they just stand up.
The rest of it was made by human hands.
This is a model scaffold of putting the columns in. Say 112 columns. 112 columns around. You'll see some outside.
More columns underneath me twice.
Each one's a single granite monolith.
How can it be like 1, 2, 3?
Mechanism allows even Christy can open this door, because this door is very easy to open. It's 10 tons. Each fold is 10 tons. But the special mechanism which is installed there allows even Christy to open it. Even a little child can open it.
Very big. I can't zoom back far enough.
8-year-old one.
But apparently it's a 10-ton door, but it's designed so it's all balanced, so anyone can push it open. This is just opposite the door we just looked at, but this is now looking back towards the middle of the church. Obviously you see there's lots of gold. Lots of religion. Every bit of artwork, everything is religion. Nice big skylight. This is the main altar.
We have the main service on Saturday's evening and on Sunday's morning.
Here's the altar. And on the left you've got the Mary girl with the baby. On the right we've got the Jesus, and then always to the right of that you have the guy who the church was made for, which is Isaac. I thought it looked a bit like Santa. It looks like Santa.
Santa.
He looks like Santa, look.
Repeat.
This is again the and let me show you an active part of the church. Have a look at the stained glass of Jesus Christ. What of you? Stained glass. And this part of the church to the left is used as an active church.
Our private tour. We're on the second day of the Anastasia stuff. And they said it's a private boat trip. And they really mean private because there's no one else on the boat at all.
Looks like a hump.
Oh, I'm getting wet. Yeah, it's starting to rain. We've had really good weather every other time, but no, shouldn't have focused on just the window. But it's on.
So this island is named. Oh, that's beautiful.
Stroganoff Palace, where beef stroganoff was made. It's been raining a little bit on and off. It's stopped again now, which is nice. So many palaces.
From the company Anastasia, just buying our last tickets. This is our last. Oh, there's very noisy people here. This is our last church. She called it Disneyland Church. It's called the Church of the Saviour on the Spilt Blood or something. Because apparently, I can't remember, Peter, his father was killed here. And he said, what you should do is build a big church there. I don't think it did anything to affect his dead father, but still, it's apparently inside. I don't know what it's like yet, we haven't been there, but it's very colourful and very interesting on the outside. It's more like what you think of when you think of Russian buildings. Okay, we're inside now, and it's just lots of mosaics, so it's like another big dome up there. They're really fond of these big domes. Apparently that's the spot where someone was killed by someone else, and then his son built this church here, which I talked about before. It's all wood, and they just left a bit of rock and stuff here, which is the embankment. Oh, I've lost them.
Who designed all the mosaics? And the great Russian artists made the pictures. Nesterov made all the pictures. And we are proceeding.
Very, very tall roofs. We've got 7,000 square metres of mosaics. It'll take weeks to do all this. Costume, guys in costume around the place. This is the back side of the church. I quite like those bits.
We've just arrived in Tallinn in Estonia this morning. Not quite sure what that thing is. We're going to head off on our tour.
Okay, we're in Estonia now. First stop of our bus tour. We got off the boat about 8:15, and there was a mad rush for the boat. We don't quite understand why. I don't think that's our boat over there, but you know, there's certainly lots of boats around. This is a outdoor concert area. Apparently, they fit 30,000 people in that dome, and 300,000 people around here to listen to it without amplification and so on. Although they said they use it mostly, they use amps these days anyway. It's a very large amount of people to fit in here, but considering the country only has 1.4 million, it seems an even larger number. And up there they have a little flame, like the Olympic thing.
The castle was built in 1200s, and that was a castle of it actually was built by the Danish Crusaders, but later it became the castle of the Teutonic Knights. So this was where the Teutonic Knights resided in. And we are actually now standing in the moat, and the moat was filled.
Now in Tallinn, this is the castle from the other side. So it's all kind of pretty much open. That was the only old part you could see. Buildings look very Russian, painted in the same style. Very, very similar.
Okay, is everybody here? Okay, was it very bad uphill.
Okay, church, yet another church. It's only just around the corner from another church, you can see over there. But it's the second oldest church in the world. Apparently they built the first little thing here in 1200 and something. There's an older church in Ireland somewhere. Couldn't take any video inside. But on the main cross thing there was a couple of femurs and a skull. I don't know what that was meant to be for. On the top of the old city, that's the new town down there. This is the old town. It used to be the tallest thing in the world over there, apparently. A whole lot of cruises. And there's a church down there somewhere, which is where we're going. We've got a concert or something coming up. We'll just walk down from the upper town, whatever it is, to the new town, old town, I don't know, whatever they are. This is supposed to be the merchant area. It's quite a nice little square. Yet another church, in case we haven't seen enough of them. Little cafes and things, little train over there. Quite a nice little place. Nice sunny day again. We only had about an hour of rain in Russia, that's all we've had.
Had a swim in the solarium pool. Oh, Chrissy was playing. She's gotten out now. Oh, she's got sore eyes.
Oh, I thought you so you can have it in your eyes and your hair.
Just arrived in Gothenberg in Sweden. As you can see, we're docked in the port area. And there's no blue sky today yet. I don't know if they're going to get me somehow. Doesn't matter, we've been very spoilt.
A prototype, and
factory.
they wanted to build a car. The name was Volvo. It was made for ball bearing. It means I roll, I'm rotating. That's Volvo, Latin. So we started. But now I'm going to tell you a little bit.
Sorry. Okay, we're in Gothenburg. I think Lib's already got video on.
A cute little old village. How old is the village? The 1600s.
Yeah, if you look at the pink house, you can see a sign that says that some important famous people lived here during World War II. That was, they were from Austria, they were Jewish, they were refugees and lived here. Lise Meitner and Otto Robert Frisch. Anyone know these names? Otto Robert Frisch got Nobel Prize for research work he did in the nuclear area, but later.
Yeah, we're still in Gothenburg. And we're just doing a little walking tour of the city. Some jellyfish. I don't know if that's the bridge we just came across or not, but lots of bridges, lots of little islands. Not very windy, the wind turbines aren't going very fast. Nice little village there. So this is sort of a geographically high-ish point in the town. So we come here for the views. Apparently there's some islands where they've banned cars. It's all filled with cars. Leave them here and catch boats back to their houses at night on the other islands. his wife. The room where I got to the kids club talent show. Morning.
Can I give you something?
Yep.
Yeah,
you can be on video.
A video?
The long corridors in the ship.